Welcome back. You're still tuned into Midcap Radar on CNBC TV 18. Well, it's time to get in some more managements now. We have LT Foods, which is on our radar, the owner of Daawat brand Basmati rice. As Saudi Arabia, SALIC has acquired 9.2% stake in the company. The company has also entered into strategic supply agreement with SALIC. To discuss all this, the earnings that the company reported some days back, we have Mr. Ashwini Kumar Arora, who's the MD and CEO of the company, joining us now. Mr. Arora, good afternoon. Thanks a lot for joining us. Well, before I ask you about the synergies and what outlook do you have with this particular deal that you've entered into, I just want to understand whether there are any more plans for promoters to pare down their stake, because in this deal itself, there is some selling by the promoter as well. Is this it for the stake sale to SALIC, or we can expect something more to happen here?
So we don't have the plan yet we will be holding 51%. So we don't have the plan.
In the near term or the longer term, like there are no plans at all to sell any stake to any other player?
So not, near mid-term, the plan is to, have the major shareholder
in the company. Okay.
Mr. Arora, afternoon. With this deal, what would be the contribution of Middle East going ahead? Currently, I believe it contributes 6% to your revenues. What could that number look like?
So this deal, we are very excited about this deal. So this deal will open, the doors for the Middle East market, which is comparatively weaker market for LT Foods. So this will be, both for organic and inorganic opportunity we will explore.
Okay, so what kind of growth, since you are getting higher exposure in this particular market, how is that market doing right now in terms of growth rates? Because we are talking about an impact in global demand, but this particular market for your kind of product portfolio, what kind of growth will come in from this market for you?
For example, Saudi Arabia is a 1 million ton, and as an LT Food, we are doing only roughly 20,000 ton. So we are expecting that we will have in a coming year 5 to 10% market share of that market.
Okay, that's good to hear. What are you planning to do with the money that is coming in? Do you have plans to bring down your working capital debt?
So this money will be used for the growth of the company, to enable the growth. So immediately, it will reduce some the borrowing, but in longer run will be used for growth. So as an LT Food, we are already on a very comfortable position as far as borrowings are concerned. Borrowings are all working capital borrowing, and we are maintaining debt-EBITDA ratio less than 2.
Okay, so it will be used, some part of it for growth, some part of it for reduction of debt. Let's understand your strategic supply and cooperation agreement as well with SALIC, sir, here. What kind of quantity will be contracted through this agreement? It's for 10 years. What prices? Is it something which is equal to the market price here? And are price revisions allowed over the 10-year contract period that you have with SALIC here?
So this is a contract we have agreed that in case of the Saudi government bonds, we will supply them the rice, but the prices have not yet finalized.
Okay, so but if you have not finalized the prices, but just in general, have you had discussions?
But this is the prices will be decided. Depends on the needs and the market position will be decided year on year.
Okay, so it can be revised basis what the market condition is in that particular agreement.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You have also done one more thing, and that is increasing stake in Daawat Foods. What is your plan with this going forward? Now I understand it's a wholly owned subsidiary. You have been getting into packaged foods, and you have told us multiple number of times that not a rice company, but now you are more into the packaged foods category. What is the outlook in this particular segment, specifically with Daawat? What kind of growth rates are you expecting here?
First of all, we are proud to be, dealing in a specialty rice and basmati rice. But we are, all our business is consumer-facing business.
Yes.
So it's a FMCG business, and we are very proud of that. But we are extending to, we have 3 revenue streams. One is, we call it specialty basmati, another is organic food. And the third stream is the processed packaged, food. So that's the three revenue stream we have.
Okay. So last question before we let you go, Mr. Arora. This is a deal that you have entered into. So, of course, this revenue stream will start flowing in as well. Right now, if we look at the revenues this time around, they did well, but margins were under pressure in Q2. Can you give us a sense of how the pricing is, and going forward, what kind of margins are you looking at, considering that you have a considerable exposure to exports as well?
So margin were under pressure only because of the inflation and steamer freight. And going forward, we are expecting that the margin will improve once this freight market is settled and and inflation is under control. And somehow we will also looking forward to increase the price to the consumer.
Mr. Arora, we'll leave it to that. Thank you very much for joining in. That's LT Foods talking about their deal with SALIC. With this, they're trying to tap into the Middle East opportunity. Currently, the Middle East opportunity stands at 1 million units. And LT Foods is looking to have a market share of 5 to 10%, which would mean 50,000 to 100,000 units, a considerable uptick from their current presence of 20,000 there. Get into a break. On the other side, we'll talk more about Hindalco, and Eclerx is the stock which is on our radar.